Hi, I'm Melanie Barr. Welcome to the She Built It Experience with Melanie. You're here because you want to experience the life and business that you crave. Join me as I talk to women who have successfully built it, a career and business that they love. We dive into the topic of how they built it and talk about everything from having the courage to make career leaps to the details of how to lead effectively, create successful teams, implement strategies for growth, and infuse tech innovation. Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. So let's dive in. In just over 6 years as a realtor, but many more as a serial entrepreneur in marketing, fashion, and entertainment, Shelton Wilder has achieved a staggering $360 million in total sales, putting her in the top 1.5% of realtors nationwide. Shelton was also named Real Estate All-Star by Los Angeles Magazine and included in Forbes' Top 10 Professionals to Look Out For in 2022. I am so happy you're with us today, Shelton. Tell us about Shelton Wilder Group and what gave you the courage to make the leap and launch your business.
Thank you so much for having me. So Shelton Wilder Group is actually in a very exciting week because on the 15th of September is my anniversary date of getting my license in 2015. So it marks 7 years having my business. From the beginning, I knew I didn't want to join a team. I wanted to have my own team. So I knew it would be a little bit harder of a process to go through because you can really skip light years ahead if you join a team because then you get a lot of experience. But I wanted to forge my own path. Being a serial entrepreneur, I had started other businesses, so I knew what it took in the marketing side. I actually graduated from Georgia in summa cum laude, a business marketing degree. I knew you had to have professional photos and a great website and start the Instagram. In my second year, I started a team, and I always joke because my husband, Clark, always says, you couldn't even afford to pay attention. And I was like, I know, I couldn't afford an assistant. So I was like, well, let's just try a team. And so anyway, it was great. Then we grew from there and other people came on board, other businesses before. That's why I always say there's no failures. You just fail forward and do different businesses. And that gave me the courage to know, okay, well, I'm going to have my own team. So that's how I did it.
And you have been amazing in social media and it's beautiful.
You've known me for so long. So you knew when it was smaller and it's been growing, but it's definitely all about consistency. And my second year, because it's almost 6 years in the making, I've been doing these Wilder Wednesday videos. So I put myself with my ring light before I had any help at all. And I just sat there and said, hi friends. I'm going to be doing a weekly video about real estate. When I said that, it was out there. That's how I held myself accountable because I can't miss it. Even if I was on a vacation or something, well, I just still got on. I had to put it out every Wednesday, Wilder Wednesday. And so we've been going strong now for almost 6 years and everybody knows about Wilder Wednesday. And it was kind of ahead of the curve before everybody was doing video all the time. So I was proud of myself, but also that was free. It was embarrassing and it was hard. I just balls out. That's what my mentor calls me. Just throw it up there. And I kept doing it.
I love it. And it shows that consistency is key too, because it's so amazingly done every week today. So it's been fun to see that grow.
Now it's produced. I have a full-time social media manager. That's another thing I always talk about on podcasts or when I'm talking to people is that it was really hard for me. I feel like social can be really braggy and you're like, oh, it feels so cringe to say all these things about yourself. I got to that point where I was getting really uncomfortable and I was like, okay, I have to hire somebody to post this for me. And then also when I do the videos, I don't watch them. I'm not like watching like, oh, that looks great. I love how I sound. I'm like, no, done is better than perfect. And so it's just like, well, get it out there. And and I'm so surprised that people watch them. I'm like, wow, that's amazing because I don't even watch them, but it's out there. It's out there and it's good enough. But if you can, and you're getting too uncomfortable, even getting somebody so part-time, even if you have to get a virtual assistant, you need that extra push to do it, to make yourself. I switched careers from styling and then I had a clothing line on Shark Tank with Shimmy. And basically it's like Skims, like what Kim Kardashian. I was like, oh, darn, I just wasn't famous enough. I wanted people to know that I was not going to change careers again. This is what I was going to do. I was going to do real estate every day. And I needed them to know I was very serious. That's why I had to post every day and stay so consistent.
You put out a consistent brand message.
That's what it is. Are you buying or selling real estate or income properties or commercial buildings? That's what I'm doing.
In just over 6 years, you have achieved 300 million in total sales. Tell us about your approach to leadership, building your team, and what do you think is the most important qualities in a leader?
I'm excited because my bio has been updated. We're at 360 million now.
I had a feeling when I was, prepping. I'm like, something tells me she has sold more.
So funny because I am the CEO of the Shelton Wilder Group, and it's really been very organic. I've never recruited anybody ever to come to my team. It's been more of attraction rather than promotion. I think people see us having so much fun, and it can be a very lonely business. And even when I have my clothing line, that's why I left it, because I was like, this is the worst. I would get an order and I would cry. My husband's like, oh my God, you're mad? Yeah, you're
telling me that.
You're mad you got an order? He's like, I think you're done. I was like, yes, I think so. Because I was like, oh, I got an order and throw my phone down. He's like, oh, well.
Now what's your reaction when you sell a property?
Yay, yes. We made it into a family because I have 5 siblings. I love a big group of us. I mean, now there's 14 of us. So, and it's still growing. I'm hoping by next year we're going to have 15. And we're moving into Orange County and Santa Barbara. And so that's very important to me. But everybody's coming to me. I have a thing called the positron. It's really how I live my life. And I try to stay out of gossip and any negativity. And there's like this meme going around with this little 2-year-old that's like, shh, only positive vibes. And everybody's sending it to me and they're like, oh my God, that's you as a 2-year-old. It's like, that is literally me. And I'm consistently this way. I think social is important because of social proof. People go to your Instagram more than your website. And then they're like, okay, she's selling homes, but also she's giving back to the community. That's a huge part of my business, is giving back and then asking our clients where they want us to give back. That's very important. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I mean, it's all these cliches, but it's very true. So everybody that's on the team is very similar, and not necessarily backgrounds or anything, but in the way that we view life and the way that we do things. So we're very supportive. You have a group text chain going and it'll be like, oh my God, Jess, first listing, you're killing it. Oh my God, you're a rock star. Everybody's so happy for each other. It's not that competitive environment. That's not allowed with our team. That's the way that I show leadership. Is also, I don't consider myself the boss. Everybody's on the team. They're all independent contractors. You don't have to be anywhere that you don't want to be. You can come to the team meeting or you don't. I think people want to come. We do a team event or some sort of like team building every month. Last month was pickleball. I mean, we're always trying to do some silly.
I saw the video.
Yeah,
we all want to celebrate with you.
Everybody's like, I need to join your team. Like, okay, well, how can we make it work? So it's just very fun, and it doesn't have to be so serious because real estate is already so serious. So we have to laugh and enjoy.
And why wouldn't someone want to be around that energy? In a time when customer service seems to be leaving us, how are you and your team different as it relates to customer service and taking care of clients?
Clients are the most important thing. Clients are always right. By being so nice and so loving and warm and wanting the best for my clients, those are the clients that I attract. And so that's what's been really great. And so I want to go above and beyond. It's really like going the extra mile. And that's why I have hired so many people. Katie, who was one of my best friends, and it was a few years ago. Our mentor was like, she needs something to do. I'm like, well, okay, great. Come on board. And it's morphed into her position as gift assistant, client concierge, and philanthropy liaison. I have an entire person that's on salary just for that, because gifts are so important. Remembering the home anniversaries, like we were talking about before, that something is delivered every year, even if it was 5-6 years ago, you're going to hear from us and say, thank you so much for using us. There's so many agents. And so it's such an honor and privilege, like that someone picked us to be their agent. We do this huge client appreciation party, the Wilder Winter Wonderland, where we bring real snow in. We have sledding. We have whole festival.
That's so fun.
It's insane. It's gone. I think this year is going to be over 500 people.
It's so great that you do that because buying a home, it's such a stressful process and you never know what's going on behind the scenes with someone, why they need to move, could be having family issues. You never know. So working with someone that is so positive is so important.
I try to communicate a lot and be there for them. And I feel like my real job is real estate therapist. Where I put my
another hat
therapist hat on because it's very stressful. It is. It's buying or selling. It's if you have cash, if you don't have cash, if you're relocating, if someone passed away, it's just a lot. I try to be really empathetic and listen to what their needs are. That's why I have a lot of people helping because I can't be all the places at one time. And that's why it's important to have all of us be very similar in how we show up. Because if I'm a certain way and then some Negatron person was like, what do you need? Or something,
Megatron,
you know,
I haven't heard that one yet. I haven't heard the Megatron yet. None of that. We don't want any of that.
No. So everybody's like positive, shows up. Yeah. How you doing? Always brings you a coffee or whatever you need, some snacks. We're like the mom team. We're like, do you need some snacks?
We always have those, right?
We have snacks and we have coffees and we'll see you there. So, yeah.
Speaking of snacks, the pull between managing a business, family, self-time, and a busy lifestyle is challenging for all of us. How are you able to manage it all? And do you have advice for women who are managing a busy lifestyle? What are the things that you've learned?
This is great. I have learned that I cannot do it all. I do not try to be the hero. I delegate. I get an A+ in delegation. We have the best nanny in the world. She's mommy too. She takes care of our children. They're so in love with her. We just helped her to get a house because we just love her so much. And she's just so special to us. And Clark, my husband, who is an attorney, but also he is Tiger Dad. He is, I have 2 boys, so it's great. He's taken on the whole sports thing and they are just loving that. And then one of my old assistants, she didn't love real estate and she's a chef, so she cooks for us. I think delegation is so key and having great people around and that you trust and love. That's how I've been able to do it because trying to do everything, it would be so not fun. And I want to have fun, just trying to enjoy life and then trying to get some exercise in and then be able to make it to the schools and be there for my clients and the team.
Did you find the delegation hard in the beginning?
Oh, yes. It was harder to find all of the right people. That part wasn't the easiest, but now it's really easy. So just keep trying and it will come together. But we are very, very blessed with Juanita. We call her Nino Mommy too, because we've had her working with us for over 8 years. She started when Bo was 6 months old. And so that's been huge. And I want to put a shout out there is that please do anything you can. Treat them so right. Like she's been so loyal and so amazing that we want to do something so amazing for her because she's changed our lives. She's the reason I'm able to go to work and feel so confident is that I know the babies are taken care of.
How does it feel to have been named Real Estate All-Star by Los Angeles Magazine and Forbes Top 10 Business Professionals to Look Out For in 2022?
It feels great. It feels so exciting. It's fun to get the recognition. I have to be honest.
Knowing you as long as I have, I mean, you've put in the work.
Melanie, you know, it's usually about 70 hours of work. It's every single day. There's no days off. I don't feel like it's work because it's so fun for me. I enjoy it. I work with this cranial sacral here every week. She's so amazing. And we were talking about taking the shame out of working all the time because that brings me joy. And then I used to have so many people like, oh my God, you're going to burn out. This is the worst. You need to take days off. And like really judging how I'm running my life. Excuse me. Maybe because you don't like your work, that would stress you out to work all the time. I love what I'm doing. And mine is about communicating with people. That's really what I do. I communicate with people and I solve problems. That's my job. That brings me so much joy and I get so much energy from that I'm taking all the shame away. No one can tell me if that's too much or too little. Like it's perfect for me. And so it does feel good though to be recognized and know that all this hard work is paying off because we are doing real estate in a different way than it's handled in LA. And I am Southern. I have that little Southern charm, call it Southern California charm now. I've lived here for 16 years. And so that's our little funny thing. My thing is getting along with people, getting along with the agents. I'm an agent's agent. I tried for us to have love fest, #love fest during our transactions. It's very, very different than how other things are handled with some people. There's amazing agents that we get along with so well. And it's just trying to all get on the same page versus kind of any sort of arguments or fighting. And I don't yell and there's none of that. Like you see on shows and there's no drama. It's not allowed.
And we all should live our lives the way we want to and have the space to be our authentic self.
Totally. I don't know who's there to judge what we're doing, but I just...
Positron.
Say,
moving on.
So yeah, thanks so much. I'm just going to keep on my path. So have a great day.
Magic happens when we focus on the part of ourselves and our business that brings us joy. What is one way you make sure to find and live your joy each day?
I get a lot of joy from my clients and from the team. And we're all friends. And I love planning events and bringing people together and connecting. And so doing this Wilder Winter Wonderland is so fun for me, having this big festival of just a way to say thank you. I do like a networking group for the agents every month. I think that's super fun. I call it Agents Anonymous because we can get to share. Hi, I'm Shelton. I'm a real estate agent. This is what's going on. And I think it's really funny. Yeah. And, getting like women together where we enjoy each other. I am an extreme extrovert. Like if there was a dictionary and you open it up, you would see my face because I'm obsessed with people. And so it doesn't drain me. It gives me energy. I don't need a lot of time alone. That's why having a team of 14 is so fun for me. And then also having a lot of clients. Maybe I'll have 50 to 120 text messages after this hour that we've been here. And that brings me joy because I am so glad that people are still checking in and we're still busy. If that all went away, that would make me sad. The other thing too that makes me really happy is that I work so hard and my boys are 6 and 8 and they see mommy working. And so when we have these special little trips and they call it getting to go to fancy hotels to go swim and have room service and all that, they appreciate that. And they know it's because mommy works really hard. And that's our special time together.
I love that. And the positivity and your clients and your team, it all speaks to your leadership. You have built an incredible business. Thank you for being with us today. Can you share how and where we can find you?
So I'm on Instagram at Shelton Wilder Estates or Facebook, Shelton Wilder, or my website is sheltonwilder.com. So please reach out. I would love it.
Thank you for joining us today. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me at hello@shebuiltit.com on our She Built It website or at She Built It on social. Thank you to my editor, Rich Streffolino, who always makes us sound good. Until next time, let nothing stop you from experiencing the life and business that you crave.